Hello. So today we are going to be presenting about drought and desertification in the Sahel region. I am Andrew,
I'm Sylvia.
I'm Alex. I'm Robin.
and let's get to it.
So, what is desertification? Desertification is the gradual loss of farmable land due to continual drought over time. Essentially, it's when dry conditions cause massive crop failure and biodiversity loss. Our area of focus today is the Sahel region. The Sahel is a semi-arid region in Africa between the Sahara and the more humid land below that. Due to its location, as well as other factors, the Sahel has been significantly impacted by desertification. In fact, it's the region of Africa where desertification effects can be seen clearly. Now, let's see what causes desertification. Many factors contribute to desertification, but the main culprit is agricultural expansion. As Africa's population rapidly grows, more land must be cleared for housing and more food must be produced to keep up with the growing population. This contributes to desertification because deforestation for agricultural production leaves the soil bare to the elements. This will gradually strip the soil of nutrients and moisture. So, as the land is cleared, the soil loses the protection of plant life and therefore dries up.
All right, so what are the changes due to desertification? Firstly, we see that there is slightly causing desertification, but then also being amplified because of it. There is like an increase in temperature and also a decrease in rainfall. We see temperature-wise globally that there is a significant increase in it, and especially in the Sahel region, it is about 1.5 times faster than we see in this graph, really showing how dangerous this is for the communities, for the land, and overall just the climate impact. In rainfall wise, we see that there is a constant decrease in the amount of rainfall over the years, and it is projected to almost exponentially be lost. This is, as I was saying a little bit earlier, being amplified because of desertification, because we are losing the vegetation that is able to hold the soil together, that is also able to kind of bring about rainfall and also the temperature to be able to kind of regulate that. How this is changing the region is that it is causing these increased temperatures are making the soil even less have even lower quality. It is drying it up, it is hardening it and making it unusable for farming the land that we were talking about earlier. This is also, even when there is water that becomes available through this rainfall, it is never able to be captured and retained in the area because the soil is so hard. It just washes away, causing mass flooding that we see in this photo, severely impacting the communities and just overall creating a very hostile environment for anybody to live in.
And then the effects of desertification, there's much impact on animals and livestock with wildlife. With animals, there's not much food for either livestock or wildlife. So farmers have to migrate the livestock around with the seasons, and this causes destructions as they trample the vegetation and they also eat the vegetation. And then with wildlife, the farming is also impacting wildlife as there's not much vegetation left for the wildlife. And people are also hunting the animals for food since there's not much food left for them in the area due to desertification. And then with farming directly with crops, crops can't like grow in poor nutrient or a little precipitation, most of them. So there's like methods like zay pits where they dig a hole and they put nutrients in it. So the plants can have nutrients and water collect in the spot. And this also helps with they have termites that also help with farming. And then with jobs and economics in the business, many businesses move out since there's not much things they can do there due to the conditions, like the remains in the oil pit on the top right. And then there's also people moving out of farming since it's not profitable, going into fighting, and then entrepreneurs.
All right, so what actions can be taken to help prevent the spread of desertification? So planting more trees or native plants where the soil is bare can help, as roots help anchor the soil and keep it together. Preventing overgrazing and overcultivation by focusing on more sustainable farming practices is also very useful. Another way we can help is by expanding economic opportunities for people living in the Sahel to guide them away from being farmers and therefore hopefully reduce the amount of land being converted into farmland. Protecting pollinators will diminish the amount of crops lost, as approximately 3/4 of crops producing fruit and seeds depend on pollinators. We can also help by implementing policies to restore freshwater ecosystems, as they help prevent drought by recirculating water throughout the region. And finally, we have the Green Wall Project, which is a barrier made of trees being made in the southern border of the Sahel to help prevent the spread of the Sahara, which is a continuous need of funding and support. So, as we can see, there are significant impacts of climate change, specifically in the Sahel region. And there are many different organizations that we can support to help combat desertification.
Thank you so much for listening to our thing. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And here are our sources. Thank you.
Thank you.